Mild cognitive impairment is not early dementia, and confusion the two quietly damages families long before memory ever collapses. If you miss this distinction, you either panic too early or you wait too long to act. And both mistakes cost families time they never get back. Families come in terrified because someone was told, well, it's not dementia yet, it's mild cognitive impairment. And instead of clarity, that label creates confusion. Some families rush in and take over everything. Others do nothing at all. The person in the middle feels the loss of confidence, the tension, the subtle shift in how they're treated. And none of that is happening because of memory alone. It is happening because no one explained the difference clearly. Hi, I'm Rosabel, social neurology nurse practitioner, and I work with dementia clinically and with families navigating these early changes every single day. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to tell the difference between mild cognitive impairment and dementia, why the timing of that distinction matters, and how responding too early or too late creates unnecessary damage. So what is mild cognitive impairment? Mild cognitive impairment lives in a gray zone. It means the brain is changing but daily. Independence is mostly intact. People with mild cognitive impairment usually notice the changes first. They say things like, I am not as sharp as I used to be. I lose words more than I used to do. I feel slower. And there's the detail families miss. They're still aware. That awareness changes everything. MCI does not mean loss of identity. It does not mean loss of reasoning. And it does not mean loss of emotional reciprocity. The brain is struggling, but it's still compensating. When families treat MCI like dementia, they often step in too aggressively. That's when resistance begins, because autonomy is being removed before safety actually requires it. Dementia is not longer about effort, it's about capacity. The brain cannot reliably store new information, sequence tasks, or self-correct errors. And most importantly, insight slowly fades. That is the shift. In mild cognitive impairment, the person leads, the family supports. In dementia, the family leads, the person responds. If you reverse those roles too early or too late, conflict increases either way. Here's a single rule to remember. Do not remove responsibility before safety requires it. This one rule prevents an enormous amount of damage. When families ask me how to tell the difference day to day, I give them this awareness. Does the person recognize the problem? Can they adjust with reminders or structure? So be consistent. Do those strategies work reliably? When awareness exists, adaptation helps, and consistency is present. You are likely still in MCI territory. But when those three begin to collapse, that's when dementia enters the conversation. Mild cognitive impairment is often emotionally harder than early dementia because the person knows. They feel the loss coming before it truly arrives. That shows up as fear, irritability, or withdrawal, not defiance. Families chase certainty. They want a clean label to make this feel under control. But the brain doesn't follow clean timeliness. MCI can stay stable for years. It can progress, it can fluctuate, and no single test predicts that perfectly. So if you're navigating this stage and communication already feels strained, I have a free resource that walks you through how to communicate effectively with someone who's memory impaired. It is designed specifically for this in-between phase. You'll find the link below. Now, this is why language must change over time. In MCI, explanation still works. Reasoning still lands. Tone matters. In dementia, logic fades and emotional safety takes over. We know that. Using dementia communication too early feels infantilizing. Using MCI communication too late creates confusion. So here's the long view. Mild cognitive impairment is not a waiting room. It is a planning window. This is when families clarify roles, create routines, normalize support, and preserve dignity. Those systems strengthen life whether dementia develops or not, because not all mild cognitive impairment progresses to dementia. Now, mild cognitive impairment, again, MCI, is not basically dementia. It's a distinct neurological phase with different needs and risks, and also opportunities. So how you respond here sets the emotional tone for everything that follows. So if this helped clarify the difference, watch the next video in this dementia series, because clarity now prevents chaos later. See you on the next video.